So today I'm getting ready for my border liner that's coming in for this bed that I've cut in outside of my garden area that I've got roses, and today I transplanted some volunteer sunflowers that were growing in the yard. This one has some cilantro growing around it, which is fine with me. Faye is still injured but doing her supervisory role to a T. Hey Faye? Hey? And yeah, so before the edging comes, I need to get this root out of here, so let's get at it. Okay, not gonna lie, that took a little more muscle than I thought it was going to, but I got through it. So now just need to trim that little piece off. This one came out of my growing area, and now I'm ready for the border edging to arrive. It's pouring rain and it's muggy. That's all I got to say about that. Ta-da! So this is the metal border guard that I bought to put around my new sunflower bed that I've dug in. This is corrugated and 20 feet long, and I just wanted something to stick out enough that when I weed eat in that area or trim the grass, I don't accidentally cut my sunflower stalks or whatever plants might be growing in there. So let's see how this goes. So I've cut some sunflower stalks that I dried last year into 12-inch lengths to mark out an area for the bed so that the border I'm about to put in will be fairly even to the fence. Doesn't have to be perfect. Hey Faye. So it took me an hour, and it's certainly not perfect, but I think this particular product would do really well with an extra set of hands, because it just wanted to curl up and roll on me and whatever. And it also probably works a lot better in ground that is very soft. The ground here is very hard, so I really had to work at getting it in. And like I said, it's not perfect, but I did get it the foot sunflower stalk all the way out, all the ways along. These are my roses. And I didn't want the roses included in this, and so yeah, so it's in, and took about an hour after I'd done a few days worth of digging and pulling roots and whatever, but just putting in the metal part, the border, today took about an hour. So that's done, and now I got to clean up, and tomorrow maybe plant some sunflowers in there. Anyways, that's it for today, right Faye? So today is all about laying irrigation in the new sunflower bed, and I highly recommend that you do this part of the irrigation in the shade, because it's finicky. I would rather dig a hole in the ground than work with finicky, but if I'm in the shade, it's not such a big deal. So anyways, let's get at her. Yesterday I worked at getting the irrigation into my new sunflower bed, and I had already transplanted a couple of volunteer plants that were growing in odd spots of the garden. So I wanted to save them and I brought them out here, and today it's time to transplant my sunflower babies, my seedlings, the ones that I started on the 22nd of April, it says. And sunflowers don't like to be crowded, their roots to be crowded. So these were all planted at the same time, and you can see the difference in growth between these guys. So I'm hoping as soon as I get them into the earth and their roots can wander freely, that once again they'll start sprouting up. So let's get at her. Another great way of telling whether or not a plant is ready to be transplanted out of a starter pot is when it gets root bound or the roots start exploring a way to improve the plant's life. And so these guys are perfect for the garden. I have them all spaced out. And just like that, we have a sunflower bed. I see that my irrigation down at the end is a little low, so I'm going to have to put in an extra line. This one's too long for the water pressure that I have. But other than that, all they need is some sunlight, which we don't have today. So the two that I planted this year are bush style sunflowers. So they'll be shorter and extra limby instead of just one straight line. So I planted the evening sun and a teddy bear. And when I planted my ones I grew from seed this year, they weren't peaking above this edging that I put in. So you can see that those ones are getting there. There's a couple in here that are kind of short still. This guy's already bushing out. I don't know what's going on there. And then this guy you can see is up. But the volunteers, which are the Russian giants or mammoths, are like way taller. I don't know if it's because they're volunteers or because of the species, but you can sort of see they tower over the other ones. So that's where it's at. Today is August 4th, and I thought I'd show you an update on my sunflower bed that I constructed this spring. I don't know if you can see that. So the two varieties I grew, some are very short and some are tall. So these short ones appear to have multiple flower heads coming out of them, and the taller ones are singles. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. Next year this is actually going to be my raspberry bed. I've rescued some raspberries and have been cultivating them all summer and looking forward to having a raspberry patch, and the sunflowers will be moving to another location next year. So anyways, that's how it looks. And I just trimmed up the border, and I have a rose coming in. So is it worth all the work for the sunflower bed? Yes, I'm very happy with it. I can sit in my chair over there and look out, and the flowers face towards me even though they're poking through the fence, and yeah, I'm happy. Hope you guys enjoyed this adventure building the sunflower beds. Have a good day. Bye.